Welcome back to Phoenix Point, Terror from the Void. We've finally managed to build an air bridge between Australia and the rest of Asia, thus the rest of the world. And we were just about to start embarking on our exploration, aggressive exploration, when we had to come back and defend a haven. There is a lair near our own base in the Gulf of Carpentaria. Unfortunately, we're going to leave it there for a little while and try and find more meaningful settlements to defend and gain access to way more supplies because I feel limited at the moment. The Cmdrites don't like us. We haven't discovered New Jericho at all, so I would like to discover that faction today. And we will come back and take care of that at some stage. Just stopping over at Phoenix Forward Command to pick up our other Scarab, fit it out for combat. It's in my best interest to explore all of the points of interest in Asia so that the Manticore can then escape freely. Its range is nowhere near as long as the Helios. We found a scavenging, but we're not going to be doing any missions at night either because we have a Void Omen that is drastically lowering our perception, thus our line of sight. And so I'm trying to avoid missions at night. Just until we find out how to get rid of the Void Omen. We have new evolutions, the Arthur and Umbra. What are they? You ask me, but I don't know. There is nothing in them to sequence. Perhaps you should talk to Martika the priest. These purple shadows our warriors speak of sound like her field of expertise. That's from a disciple Genesmith. It grew from Fishman's pool of blood in the ground, like water from a spigot flowing in reverse. I shot it. We all shot it. We emptied our mags into the fragging thing and it just melted. Then there was nothing left. I don't know what got the rest of the squad. Maybe it was more of those things. Maybe it was the regular crabbies. But I lost it and I ran away. So we've got to face the ghouly ghouls. They're like resurrected Pandorans. It's a bit early for that. In vanilla you didn't get that until you started messing with the later stages of the plot. But that's okay. Umbrans, we can deal with those guys. You just have to overwatch them to death and be aware of which Pandorans you kill. Now the worm mission. I never did this mission in vanilla. I'm pretty sure the behemoth destroyed the haven that it was supposed to be done at, and I didn't do it when I first got there. We will come back. We're not here to do any missions just yet. Found another scavenging zone. This one's in the mist. Nothing useful. Spreading our tendrils wide. Having the two aircraft is going to speed things up a lot. Set down in the middle of nowhere, looks like a group of people tried to start a haven under a bridge. But construction is unfinished and they were probably dead. Not much there. The Rite of the Crimson Moon is about to be performed at Nuzi. This rite is dedicated to teaching the faithful the value of physical struggle in support of spiritual goals. Invented by a former decathlete. We did it? Oh, we've managed to get 60 skill points from that. That's really useful at this stage of the campaign. We could pour those into one troop and make them really strong. Or we could spread it out and just get a little bit more stats from our main squad. Oh, we've got a creepy thing happening in the mist. Automated emergency transmission from a New Jericho science facility, composed of the word overrun repeated in a loop.
So, New Jericho continues to expand its military capabilities, this time with a new class of soldier. The technician, robotic arms, cranial input hubs. It all sounds very impressive, and we are not exactly opposed to this development, but we do wonder.
War.
Yes, we need to achieve some kind of peace, and we in Cmdr aren't unwilling to fight. But winning is
okay, that's good. Tell them that. Head over here. Our operatives have discovered an abandoned Phoenix Project microfiche archive. The building is almost entirely overgrown with a pulsating yellow flora. Most of the microfiches are part of an archive documenting unsolved mysteries created on the orders of Administrator Irina Semeniova, or something like that. Yes. So we just got some stuff. Awesome. Pandoran colonies are underground tunnel-like structures. And we've seen the inside of one of those. Activating our next base. Looks like we've come across something unusual. Something called Project Glory. Okay, we could analyze that. If you want to see the inside of a Pandoran nest, check out the last episode. Project Glory, investigation hints at a past civilization. We desperately need to capture and contain some Pandorans to advance our knowledge on the species and all the different ooglies they're sending out of the ocean. Project Glory's pretty important too. Add it to the list. We've gained access to another research lab, that'll be great. And repair that. It's expensive. We don't really need it yet, do we? You can't demolish them. So don't be tempted. A Manticore needs a passenger module. At least we've discovered New Jericho now. The marketplace has new stock. No hostile forces. And we've found some materials and a little bit of tech.
Research complete.
Unlock the Berserker class to be able to train it ourselves, plus their armor and equipment. Our operatives have discovered a large screaming head which appears to be grown on top of an old warehouse. Yeah, we tried to destroy it because who wants a screaming head on their warehouse? Proved more difficult than anticipated. Its thick skin is almost impervious to gunfire. Takes strong explosives shoved into the mouth to do the trick. Yeah, no, so we're not investigating a screaming head. Just wanted to shut up. Alright, once we'll probably just spend the rest of this day exploring. What used to be a lake, our operatives discover an unsettling sight. The entire surface is overgrown with a thick layer of what appears to be dry, flaky skin. In the middle of the lake is a large orifice, which pumps out a sticky green liquid to form a river. Explosions rip the skins to shred, exposing viscous liquid underneath. Our team takes several samples. Yeah, we just blow that up too. It's not even in a mist zone. Just get rid of it. I'm not investigating orifices today. Our operatives have discovered a highly fortified skyscraper. The site appears to be abandoned. Our findings indicate that this location was fortified by the owners of a hedge fund. It would have been good in the early years. We take the rest of those materials. And let's put those to good use straight away. Satellite uplink. Do we want anything else here now? We'll save those resources. And I think we'll push into India. And then we will go and do a mission. We've got recruits. Well, let's take the corpse-disposing, battle-hardened, quarterback troublemaker. Should be a nice grenadier for us. Hand-thrown grenades. And we've got a sniper here who is also a nurse. But he's got true grit. They don't synergize so well, but we'll take him. And then we have an assault with high accuracy, heavy weapons proficiency. Can't quite afford him. Might get him soon. It's a loud debate between a supporter of Cmdr and a local priestess, and it's drawn a lot of attention. And we have to choose who to side with. There's a lot we can learn from the old world. Not everything was bad, just the way it was organized. Or the old world was fundamentally broken. Go with Cmdr because they hate us. There's far too much to be admired about the old world to just dismiss it as sinful or broken. The system that dominated the world was incapable of correctly distributing resources and couldn't respond to planetary scale crises. But that doesn't mean that everything about that time was bad. Alright, there's the meteor site. crashing down hammer fall. It's totally not a giant egg. So we'll be cautious around it. Vehicle bay is complete at our new base, PHB number 3. And we've produced that passenger module for our Manticore. So now we're at full capacity, troop transport wise. So we will put our Scarab. And then some of our best troops, Sophia Brown's been having a break. Give them a sharpshooter and a heavy trooper. These guys are brand new, they've just arrived. Adela Buela. Warhound there is on their own shuttle, so that is one of our new teams. Partially experienced, but they have no equipment yet. We are doing a run of weapons and armor soon. So we'll just give them the standard pre-Phoenix Point armor. The Mad Max armor. She's our heavy, and I have plans for her. I think I'm going to build this team as a sort of fire support team. So the Scarab is going to be built differently. I saw that there are some upgrades for the Scarab, which let me create it basically an artillery platform. So that's what we're going to aim for. And I think the heavy is going to be sort of the guardsmen. They're going to guard the vehicle with their life and add fire support to that vehicle's power. But first, we need to get them some decent armor as well as a grenade launcher. That will be their main weapon of choice. This is all theoretical at the moment. We haven't put it into practice. I'm just thinking about how I want to build my teams. I want to have them as specialists. And then, as I put the teams together to do missions, they'll be able to become a proper battle group almost. If we need a heavy fire support, that team will go, as well as our infantry, etc. Alright, we've got the sharpshooter here, Anton Pimentel. High accuracy sharpshooter. He might be very effective. Manufacturing is free, so we're going with a run of Golem heavy armor. And I need to scrap some things so that I can build some better things. So let's get rid of these independent machine guns and the ammo for them. And I think I should have enough. Okay, I think I'm going to build laser. They're pretty cheap to build materials wise. So 2 of those. And I think that's it. That's all we can afford for now, but that's alright. It'll keep the manufacturing bay busy for a little while. So if you can take aimed burst, double shot with extra accuracy, that's pretty good. She's sniper rifle proficient, but I don't think I'll take it with her. So aimed burst it is. Plus we have a nice bank of Phoenix SP as well, due to that event where we got 60 skill points. We spent most of yesterday exploring. Today we need to get rid of this nest. I don't want them getting any stronger in Australia. Those guys can't come with us. We'll bring the Scarab, and then the whole of Helios 2 will come with us. And with any luck, we will get a similar nest where all the bad guys are lined up and we can just kill them all in the first turn. Gunslinging might be useful once I can get some of those paralyzing pistols out onto the market. That skill's useful just for its will points. But I really want the double shot on Overwatch. That sounds extremely powerful. Nice cheap willpower in that skill. Well, it looks like we've got half the job already done. We can see one of the hatcheries from the start of the mission. We will need to move much closer. Should be close enough to get
5x5.
The rockets on.
On the move. I've got a visual. Ready to fire.
Have a shot there, Repo. But it's waking up. We need to kill it now. Another quick shot. Repo's been affected by the delirium a little bit. And he's losing willpower. So he's only got 9 on a mission at the moment. So in the short term, I think I can counter that by giving him more willpower. But in the long term, it's going to catch up with him.
Running.
Sending off Lynn to try and find the other hatchery as soon as possible. That would be ideal. And I might send some backup just in case there is a mind fragger ready to take her face. We could even load up the scarab now, actually, and just follow him. Where could it be? Do I split my team up? That's a recipe for disaster, but it will get the mission done pretty quick. Let's do that. I might explore with the scarab. If we wake up the mind fragger, we can just run it over. Looks like a dead end up this way for our vehicle.
What's our plan?
So let's go this way. And that scarab can catch up next turn. Or it might even be able to make it back. Yep. Sounds like all the reinforcements are down south here. Yeah, we don't have enough will points. Repo is spent after his 2 shots. Let's overwatch that corner. Do rapid exploration. We could run face to face with a couple of Arthams. It's probably right in the center there. So let's send some troops up here. And the scarab can go around the outside, maybe. Give Repo some cover here. Where are you?
Relocating.
Okay, move backwards. He's going to come screaming around the corner and see you next turn. Let's be waiting.
Moving out.
Heading out.
I'll have Jacob here shoot over his shoulder on a tighter spread. Spawn an Umbra on death. Okay. And our perception is much lower than usual, as we already knew. Hopefully this is enough to discourage him. Shot him in the face, but he's still going to have a 2. Lynn's been hit. Right, I got a couple of agile ones. They're pretty fast.
Receiving
They didn't walk into our Overwatch trap on the other side. That's a shame. Oh, we hit the scarab. There was the slightest chance of it, and we did it. Bugger. Overwatch, then. Get those rockets off. On the stronger one. That wrecked him nice and good. But he's still got that big ass pincer on his right arm.
Moving to position.
Show us what you got, Jacob. Shoot his arm off.
Enemy hit.
And then Lynn can fight the one in her face. Let's wait for him to wiggle back so we can see his arm again. There we go.
Engaging.
We need one more like that. There we go. Wiggle. Come on, quick.
Aiming.
Or we can just finish him, but yeah. Gotta be surgical about it. And we'll watch this corner.
Receiving loud and clear.
Jacob can have another go.
I'm ready.
Takeshi, your turn.
Moving.
We can finish this guy this turn.
Ready to engage. Kill confirmed.
Still got the rear guard watching the back. It should be okay. It's pretty certain it's there in that section.
Dashing ahead.
Jacob, catch up.
Moving now.
No time to lose.
And our Scarab can hold that corner for us. Can you imagine if that was the two-shot one? It would have cleaned him up. Well, this one's touched by the void. This Pandoran is special. After it's attacked, it is very likely to gain a special ability. There is a small chance it will be passed by this, though. At first, the only ability it may gain is to spawn an Umbra version. But as the Oniric Delirium advances, touched by the void, Pandorans will gain more effects. So that's what that means. There's a 7% chance for them to be touched by the void every turn because of how much delirium we have. So that's going to put some pressure onto how much delirium you have, because if everyone's like 10 delirium, you'd have like a 50% chance that they would be touched by the void.
Ready to fire.
I don't know if we can get that high, but damn. Oh, look at this. We've got a trick shot lined up here. 2 arms for the price of 1. We hit 1. No overshot. That's a shame. Finish off the close one, I guess. Saves us moving. Yeah, we'd have to park right next to him to be able to shoot the rear one. Let's go, that guy.
Moving to coordinates.
Well, let's check this corner.
I'm going.
Making haste.
So we'll stack up here. And next turn we'll get around that blind spot.
Yes.
And if there is the hatchery there, we should be able to have enough firepower to pour onto it and finish it. Cassie can stay here with the Scarab to guard. Alright, we're done. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Touched by the Void. How you like that?
Okay.
He's still going to get through the defense, but not enough to do anything. Now, if we finish this dude, he's going to spawn something greasy.
Aiming. Target hit.
So maybe I should just leave him alive and crippled. He's got no spitty face.
Moving.
Yeah, so let's leave him alive. As long as he's bleeding will allow. I'm going to send the Scarab on a quick search. We might be able to meet up with the Scarab, actually. We've checked every other corner, it just has to be in here. Let's go! We've activated it, I can hear it. Move! There it is.
Moving to...
We can quick shot it, but that leaves him with no willpower, so we would have to finish it or he might panic. Yeah, the head is the best, the least amount of armor.
Receiving loud and clear.
Come on!
Repositioning, prioritizing speed. Targeting.
Oh geez, Lynn, you better have enough movement to... Ooh, this might be a tight shot. If we don't get this... Oh, we can see enough.
That's it, Bill.
GG. Nice easy mess, but it was near our base, so we needed to get rid of it pretty quick. Okay, now we can leave this place behind. We've got 8 days to do that mission. We might wait the full 8 days. Right, the Manticore's loaded up. We decided to leave that heavy behind, Nora Larson. I'm going to use her for something else. They will win that, so I don't have to worry about running there. But we have a team close by. Bringing over some infantry reinforcements. Let's go. This will be the team. We're leaving behind Takeshi to have a rest. His delirium's getting a bit high.
I'm here.
Alright, Disciples of Anu, Haven Defense. We've got these lovely sky cranes here we can climb up on. There's a priest right here we could take.
I'm here.
Priest can mind control. And admittedly, I didn't really use priests too much in my vanilla campaign. I literally only used them to frenzy and occasionally mind control something that got close to her. She was useful for stacking on virus debuff to big creatures as well.
My turn.
Ready.
This one doesn't have frenzy. She gives us willpower every turn, I think. I think that's what the whitehead does.
Nothing's getting past me. I can make a difference.
So if I keep my assaults near them, she'll feed them willpower and we'll be able to keep quick-shotting more often. Let's go the heavy up here to have a look.
Using...
No sight of the enemy. But we have terrible perception at the moment. They could be right there below us. And it is nighttime. So maybe we're better off using the Scarab. Can it see better? Where are they? It's not the largest map. Wouldn't it be funny if I'm just completely blind? Yeah, I'm blind. They're very close. Oh, we have 3 in the same area. That's useful to know. 4. Is that guy touched by the void? He's very purple. See, look how close that Triton is to Omar.
I can make a difference.
Warhound cannot see those guys right in front of her. But we're going to put some bloody good damage on them. Should I move closer just to eliminate the scatter? Got a berserker here. Yeah, these are all touched by the void. Well, they can get touched by this too. Oof. Mess them up good. Try and finish it, I guess. Let the Umbra get the Berserker instead. They only go after Delirium, so that's us. Jump up here too. Block the ladder so they can't climb.
Target located.
There's an Arthron up on that building. As well as another Berserker.
Ready to engage.
I'm prepared. Rolling out.
Jacob's going to finish that Arthron.
What a kill! Here I am.
And they're terrified now too, so they can't act. Or one is. This one is not.
Here.
Just going to go and check for more with our friend. From an unexpected angle. Try and come around the side. If we could get close enough, we might be able to mind control one of those Arthrons. And there is also a Triton around here somewhere. But I think we could trip over it and not notice it at the moment. Berserker's going to have a crack with his hammer. They say an Umbra doesn't kill you, it steals your soul. In TFTV, the Umbra can spawn in place for dead Arthur and a Triton with touch from the void. The chance to roll is the total amount of delirium of all your operatives. They can only attack characters with delirium or characters in the mist, but they can be attacked by everyone. Okay, so it was a good idea to put my guys up high so they can't climb and eat us, because they won't want to touch those berserkers. There's that Triton we were wondering about. Let's mind control it. What's its willpower like? 5. Thank you for your services. The Triton Wretch.
Receiving loud and clear.
Ready for action.
I might put an overwatch on where that Umbra is going to come up.
Repositioning.
Get Jacob right out of the way. Oh, we can't even see down there. That's crazy. Granted, heavies don't have the greatest perception. Let's stand behind this berserker. We still have the Umbra to worry about. Might send the heavy down to take the berserker.
Receiving loud and clear.
Oh, wrong skill. Jump down, take that berserker. And we'll go over and hit that Triton and put him into a misery state. He should die next turn if we hit him. Yep, he'll die. Just. I think the Umbra will go for my trooper. Yeah, he is.
Ah! Ah!
2 hits. And then we have another Umbra coming next turn. This one can only spawn mist. That sucks. Couple of shots. Unfortunately, we don't have a containment zone yet, so even though if we have this thing mind controlled at the end of the mission, we won't get to keep it.
Enemy down.
Right, that one's finished. Then we have another one spawning next turn.
I can make a difference.
Standing by.
It's surrounded by berserkers though, so it shouldn't have many places to go.
Standing
And then we
by.
can just smack it down next turn. If I move him here, it will block the Triton in completely. I think. Yeah, and because they're not corrupted, he couldn't attack them. So that worked well. Now we can just finish it. Good mission. We captured a Triton, but we can't keep it. $300 material, some food, some tech. So I'm standing with the Disciples of Anu. Weren't able to find the base though, that sucks. It is out of radar zone. Let's trade with them. Get rid of some of this food for tech. The temptation is there to keep exploring, but I don't want to overextend too much, so we'll head back. Need to make sure I send the other Helios back. We had a 2-pack. And we need to recruit this guy. Accuracy's high. Build a security station. Just in case we can't defend the place with a bunch of guys from our team. I might make that a theme. We'll put security stations in every base except Phoenix, Australia, which will always have a garrison because it's our stable for training troops. So Phoenix Point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a bunch of people there plus the Scarab. If it were to be attacked, it should be fine. Our batch of weapons are all ready to come out. We just have to wait a day or two. Yep, she's going to be part of the next team. We had already built her a bit, but we had no armor or equipment for her. And because of her shotgun specialty, she will be a shotgun wielder. That's all we've got time for today. Make sure to tune in next time. Phoenix Point, Commander Tyrael, out.